emotional work that he had to do first before the physical came. So I continued going to chapel. I continued going to classes. I continued going to the small groups, the fire at the time. And I continued meeting with my friends and praying and actually reading the word. And the Lord himself would come and speak to me and share his thoughts with me and how he sees me. And it was a good work in my heart. But there was one thing that he wanted to do. And it was like I was surrendering all these things in my heart towards him. But there was one area that he wanted the most, and that was healing. He wanted to show me that he could do that too. And my roommate at the time, Katora, I love that girl. She told me about Ron Wilborn. She told me about his experiences with healing and how just different testimonials and different stories about his experience and God using him to bring healing to people as a catalyst, right? And she was telling me the story, and she told me that he was going to be at Partington doing a healing service, and she told me to come. And at first I was really against it because I'm like, no, I don't want to go, I'm fine, I'm good. But she kept pushing. She's like, you should go, it's going to be awesome. And so that night I actually went to sleep, and I wasn't going to go. Just was going to sleep through that night and not go to the service. But the Lord literally woke me up. I felt a nudging. Someone nudged me, and no one was in the room. And the healing service started at, I think, 7, and I woke up at 6:50. So I got up, I got myself together, and walked over to Partington Hall and sat in the second row in the middle aisle. And Ron spoke about healing. He spoke about this woman at Costco's that he prayed for, and she was healed. And I'm sitting there, and all these doubts kept coming. Like, Lord, would he do that for me? Would you do that for me? Yeah, you did it for her. You did it for the people that I heard about. But would you do it for me? And he gave an altar call. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to lay hands on people. He said, you as a community, you're going to do it. You're going to pray for one another. And that was the first time I had people of my own age group pray for me, sincerely. So I got up, wobbled over to the aisle, and we were in a group, and they said, well, what do you need prayer for? And I said, well, pray for my grandmother because she's sick. You know, she has an illness, and I want her to be healed. And all of a sudden, they started laying hands on my legs and my back, and I was like, wait, no. I don't want, I'm good. I don't need healing. I'm good. I just want prayer for my grandmother. They started praying. They heard me, but I think the Lord heard my heart. I was saying, no, I'm good. But in my heart, I was like, I'm hurting. I need you to answer. So one person laid hands on my legs, another person laid hands on my back, and they were praying. And I'm sitting there and I'm crying in my tissues at the time. And I'm like, whatever I was saying, it wasn't audible because I was just so overwhelmed at the time. A lot of hurt, a lot of anguish, a lot of pain was coming up at that time. And within a few minutes, I feel my bones shift in my back, because at the time my back was very curved. So I felt my bones shift, and it was, people ask me all the time, how does it feel when you were healed? And I can't put it into words because there's no words to describe the feeling. All I could tell you was that my spine was moving, my knees, the bones of my knees were shifting and popping, and and it's just amazing just to relive all of that again. It's just amazing how God did all of that. The spine moving and becoming straighter, and I felt my body shift and my knees shift, and was standing up straighter, and The people who were sitting in the back of me saw the whole thing, and it took me a while to kind of register what was going on. But when I finally had the courage to look down at my legs and see them straight, and I finally had the courage to take my hand and trace it up and down my back, it was I don't have any words. It was shocking, to say the least. So many things went through my mind. Oh my gosh, this is really happening. Oh my God, you really didn't answer my prayer. Oh my gosh, you really did it. Or just processing what was going on at the time. Excitement, gratefulness, gratitude, fear. I'm being honest, because I've never had my bones shift like that before. Yeah. And I didn't, for the first time, you hear about it, but when you experience it for yourself, when you taste and when you see it, you can really say that it is good. And I was able to taste, and I was able to see for myself that He does heal, That is not just for the New Testament believers. That is for today. And He sees your heart. And in due time, the Lord said He will answer.